I'm realizing the keys to a more championed, respected, and admired masculinity. You come from a family where your father, I don't want to talk bad about my family, but I come from a home where my father has no control over his emotions. So I feel like I never had a whole lot of like great male role models in many ways. You know, my dad, he'll tell me I don't know what he'll tell me. He'll teach me something every now and then. What I got from him was mind your business. Don't judge people or something. But I always wanted to be strong. I always wanted more, man. I always saw my dad work and come home and watch TV, man. I'm like, man. And then I don't know, I always had a little mind to me too, you know. I always wanted money. And we live in a nicer area, you know. And it's really hard for me to get resources. I feel like I'm far away from the resources. I can't just walk down the street. I gotta I could catch the bus to school, but for the most part, we couldn't really catch the bus nowhere. We live in like an area that's not just nice, but it's just like where we live is just like a town where it's like a little town area, and we want to go to the city. We gotta drive to the city, you know. So I just, for the most part, though, I just feel like a father. Well, I was talking about manhood, not fatherhood, but this will tie into manhood too, because many of us are sons who haven't had this. But I feel like a father should attend to the needs of his son. I mean, yeah, you eat and you sleep in a home, but I mean, sometimes like I feel like the healthiest people understand what they really need, and what I really needed my whole life was some structure, because I always wanted to be a strong man though. You know, just for like a lot of stuff that was going on in my house was breaking me down to where I couldn't be my strongest self, and display what I needed to display. But I feel like I got the seeds of strength from my mother and her humility and seeing her commitment. When you see commitment, you see people committed to something and you understand hard work, you can never, ever, ever be a weirdo because you're just committed and you use your heart and soul to commit yourself to something to the point where if you ever had somebody, you would only know how to be real with them. So, yeah, I mean, we all are who we are based off experience, right? But I guess ultimately what I was getting at is that I'm really, as I'm older, I'm learning the tools to be the man I always wanted to be. And it ties in with women too, because I don't know, I feel like I'm around a lot of people who either like really aren't like me. You know, even when I talk to women, I want to be strong, but I don't want to feel like, I don't know, you know, it's like I want to be more stand uppers even with women. Some dudes, they get slick around women. I don't want to be like that. And I'm learning how to be the strong man I want to be. So this is what I share you about being a strong man in society and how society will start to view us and women and everything. You know, if this makes sense to you, if it don't, then it's not for you. But I realize that as men, right, if we're only perceived based off how and understood and known based off how we perform, then maybe we should perform every day. I'll elaborate on that. And another thing I realize is, as a man, we should never hide or shy away from showing what we're really about. That's the only way people will really know us. So we gotta express ourselves and we gotta perform every day. You know, you gotta perform in something you believe in. Performance isn't just, oh, I did good at work. That doesn't translate with women, and it's ridiculous. It's like my woman saying, "Well, I did." It's like my woman trying to tell me about her period. That's none of my business. Same thing with men. We try to bring our work to our women, which I mean, overall, women should understand the sacrifice men have to do. But that's talking about families. I'm talking about single men in society. But I see that we should really be passionate about stuff and always do what we like. And what we like should be strong, and it's based off your heart. Some people want strength. Some people just want to look at people who are strong, but wouldn't commit themselves to do what those people did to be strong. So I don't know. I don't know if I really know a whole lot, but I definitely know there's a lot of young men like me who want to be strong. So I'll keep expressing this stuff. When I say you got to be able to perform every single day and be about what you're about, that ties together. Because guess what? If you're really about working out and really, really about it, and you perform it every day, then every day you're gonna perform that, and people gonna see it. You're gonna be what you about and perform it every day, and people will see it. You gotta authentically just start living and start learning and seeing what you value and seeing what's in your heart and what you really, really like and can do without any money. You can't constrict yourself to money. And if you do, you gotta find a way to creatively get around that. You know, a man's his passion shouldn't be constricted because of money. I think men should dance. I think we should do things that don't cost no money, so we could be healthier and happy as soon as possible and stay our best selves and get there as soon as possible. We got a lot of miserable men who weren't taught how to just have a good time, you know. And that's what I'm on. That's what I'm on. I'm trying to be a more simple yet advanced man. So yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Sometimes as men we focus on money. It's actually wrong to focus on money. It's extremely wrong to focus on money. You just work and try to really focus on work and try to establish your work. Try to focus on the things that's going to help you make money. Don't focus on the money itself. And then also you start to see you got to focus on growth because many things can help make you money. So all you can do is focus on growing and expanding yourself. And yeah, man. So the end of growth and to me the end of growth and understanding is solid results in the fruit of your labor. So I expect to have a fine woman, maybe not too long from now, because I'm establishing my work and I don't really need nobody. But once you have somebody and they'll really show you who they is and you really start to love them and admire them, you'll see, man, how'd I live without you? You know, but I don't know. Sometimes people gotta show you things, but you gotta show yourself things before people can show you things. So that's kind of my thoughts of being a man. Overall, I feel like being a man isn't always that much different than being a woman. We all gotta be strong in life. You know, we live in an age where women have to work hard. This ain't the 20s no more. Women are working just like us. Sure, they go to work, and guess what? Women got to work while they got cramps from their periods and stuff. Women got to work with a lot more pain in many ways. Don't get it twisted. So I feel like as men, we shouldn't think we're all that, but at the same time, we should be humble enough to want to just keep growing anyway, and humble enough to really eat a L and just be like, dang, that hurt. Dang, you know. And I feel like um, by the grace of God, we can overcome. That's all I say.